Today we're going to remove the alternator from this 2017 Infinity Q50. First thing we're going to do is remove the negative terminal from its location. Using a 10 mil, we'll loosen up the negative terminal and we'll drive that sucker out. And we'll just set this over to the side so it makes no contact with the battery. Next, what we're going to do is lift up the vehicle. Alright, so first things first, I think we're going to have to remove this sway bar. I don't think we have to remove it completely from the links. I think as long as we remove it from the brackets, they should be able to dangle because there's no way alternator's coming out of here. Alright, we'll use a 14mm socket. I'm going to use my impact to drive this sucker out. If I can get this stupid socket to get in there. And we'll do the same for the next three. There's two on this side and there's two on here. And we'll set those in a nice safe location. We'll bring this down just like so. And what I like to do is put everything back so I know where it goes when it's time to put everything back. Well, come on, bro. Alright, and we're gonna have to remove that belt. So I made a little diagram of where everything is at, all the pulleys and everything, and the way the belt is routed. So now I'm able to take this off with comfort, knowing that I will know how the belt will go back into place. This looks like to be the tensioner here, so let's remove the tension from this one here and remove the belt from its location. Alright, for this one I'm going to use a 18 12 point, because that is a special little fitting for that there. And there I am able to break it loose, and I'll remove the belt. Alright, well now that we have the belt off, we got to make some room. So it looks like this AC compressor, and I'm going to remove this tensioner here just for shits and giggles. Now that will probably free up a lot more room because it feels like there's a bolt right behind it too. So let's remove that one. It feels like it might be the same size. I love when they're odd size balls. They're oddballs. This is size 11, 12 point, and it fits perfectly. And we'll break this loose and get that sucker out of there. Alright, we'll remove this from there. Oh yeah, opened up a lot more room. And now that we open that up, looks like this idler is going to have to be removed as well. Oh, and this is a lot smaller. This one's going to be a 10 point. I'm sorry, 10 mil, 12 point. I already got that backwards. Alright, and we'll break this loose and drive it out of there. It looks like it's bolted on straight onto the alternator. I have this nifty little star that hella helps me out here in these little tight spots here. And just like so. And yep, that sucker was straight bolted up to the alternator. So down you go with that. We're gonna have to remove this AC compressor. We're gonna hopefully just be able to bring it down without disconnecting any of the lines. I'm gonna loosen this one up here. This might be a 10, just to be able to bring these lines down. And yep, it is a 10. Let's remove that. Alright, we should be able to bring these down a bit. Good enough, I guess. Looks like this is also in our way. Alright, let's see if we can get around this. So we are able to access this bolt here. Looks like we're able to access this bolt up here. Don't know if those are the only ones, but when we get both of these out, we'll find out. And that one's also going to be that 10 mil 12 point. And let's see if we are I'll be right back. Alright, got that sucker in there, but let's see if it's enough room. Oh, nice. This switched the crank on here, so now it's tightening. Awesome. Alright, I got that same socket on a swivel and an extension, and I am able to get that sucker out of there. Alright, and there's that one. Now let's try to get that upper one and see if we get that sucker out. Yep, that's the one. Alright, and I was able to come from the side with an extension, the same setup, and reach up in here, and there it is. It is driving out. Alright, and I got that second bolt out. The way I did it was push the compressor upwards, and with my other hand reach in there and grab it, and apparently it looks like there is a third one somewhere. So let's go fishing. Alright, and I found the third one. The third one is going to be located right back here. You can see it there. Not really, because that harness is in the way. You're going to have to push this harness out of the way. And that will there expose the bolt that we need to retrieve. That's the one. That's the harness. I just shoved it to the back. And there's the bolt. So, let's get extracting. Alright, so using the same setup, let's go ahead and retrieve that bolt out of there. Alright, and there's the third bolt for the AC compressor. And this should drop. Yep, it sure did already. Let's relocate my light. Alright, and the AC compressor pretty much dropped all it can go already. Yeah, there's really no moving it now. Alright, so there is the alternator. 2 bolts. Looks like that's gonna be it. Probably that same 12 point. And yes, it is. And you can see the first bolt there exposed, and the second bolt where I have the nut up there. So let's go ahead and extract those as well. Alright, and I broke both of them loose. Should be able to drag them out by hand. Alright, and I got the top one out and the bottom one as well. These are the same size as the AC compressor, so you don't have to worry about mixing them up. Alright, so now to unmount this one here, we might need a little pry bar because they naturally have little pins to keep them locked into place. Alright, and I just opened this up. It came damaged. Fudge. Oh shoot, I thought it was just this plastic piece. It's actually this whole piece down here. I'll see if maybe I could try to replace this. But these are the little pins I am speaking of. And it looks like they're on both ends as well. This is the part number from AutoZone. This is a special order. So when you do this, make sure you give yourself some time. I think they overnight it. I'm not too sure. I think it was a couple of days out, to be honest with you. They FedExed it, but there it is. This is the new alternator that's damaged, but we will try to repair this by trying to swapping out the hardware from the old one once we get it out. Do take note that this is going to be also locked into place. We will have to remove that nut to be able to get that cable out, and it looks like it has a pigtail connector here as well. So this is why we will need a little pry bar to be able to pry that open and get that sucker out. And let me see, I'm going to try to apply some pressure here, and yep, it is moving out. This bottom one here, it's going to be a little bit tricky to get the sucker out, but it looks like it is coming out from there as well. So I'll just work this back and forth, maybe from up here. Just try your best to walk that sucker out. Alright, so I have this big old pry bar up on top, and I'm trying to get this sucker out. Alright, and I hit it with that big old pry bar from down here and up here. I've pretty much mangled this freaking starter, and man, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Oh damn it, I did freaking crack a coolant line. Damn it, it pierced the freaking metal piping. You can see it right there. Fuck, that's gonna be fun to replace as well. Alright, so I tried my best to get it from the bottom. It's not happening. Luckily this is the air box. So let's remove the air box. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna remove this cowl here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to, but just to give me a little bit more room, because that's how I like to work. Alright, and I removed all the retainer clips with my little trim tool. And we'll set this over to the side. This just clips into place. I removed the engine cover as well. Just give us a little bit more space. I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to access that stupid freaking hose we cracked. It's the metal piping. My plan is hopefully just cut it straight down the middle and use a rubber hose, or use it as a coupler, and just hose clamp it down, and hopefully remove that freaking alternator from down here. Man, this has a bunch of vacuum lines attached to it here. Fun stuff. Man, I don't even know where to start with this damn thing. So I'm gonna try to remove this vacuum line from here. Alright, I had to use 2 picks, one on each side, to be able to pry these out and then back. And that slipped out just like so. That one doesn't look like it's going anywhere, so we're gonna loosen this one from here. Alright, this one is going to be a 5/16, and this one is also a 12 point. So we'll drive that sucker out of there. Alright, and I put that bolt back into place just so we don't lose the location of that. And I'm going to do the same thing for this little bracket here. That goes attached to this here, but it also goes attached to here. So I'll just remove the bracket from this location. Alright, so I have all this loosened up. That's still attached to this here, but let's see. We'll loosen this hose clamp as well. Fuck. Okay, these lines go to this here. We'll pop this sucker out of here if we possibly can. If not, we'll just remove the whole freaking bracket. You know what? I think we'll just remove the whole bracket. I don't want to break anything. We are going to be removing this pigtail connector here though. Wow. We'll unclip that from there and we'll remove it from that bracket. Alright, I used a 10 mil to remove these nuts from here. Here we go. We are able to shift this over just like so. We'll put these back into place over here. I was able to undo the safety tab with the pliers. I just pressed it in like so, popped it, and then I just clipped it and pulled it back. It is attached to it here. All you have to do is just press this side in and this side in and pull it out. I used the little trim tool removal to do that. Trying to give ourselves a little bit more space to work with. That's probably not gonna want to come off. At this point, I think I'm gonna disconnect it from the turbo as well. This one here, you just press in, should be able to, and get this to come out. It's pretty tough, and that does not want to budge. I'm gonna leave that alone. I don't want to break something else. I am going to detach this wiring harness from here. I honestly do not want to break that, so I just want to clip that from here. I do not need a leak on that intake. Sweet. Okay, we'll disconnect that pigtail connector from there. I'm gonna use a little pick and pop that sucker out. And I like to use the pick and pick it from the front where the lock is at. And bring that sucker out. Okay, we'll use a flathead to loosen that up. Alright, I'm hoping that by removing this we'll be able to swing this out and over, but this sucker does not even want to budge from here. I do not want to break this, but okay, looks like it's starting to slip out. Alright, this took some force to get out. Finally got this out. did not work to plan. Let me see. Still, this wiring harness is wow. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Just like wow, you got me in awe. All right, and I accidentally broke that. Sorry. All right, I'm gonna use a Torx 25 to remove the intake filter cover, and there's two more back here. And we'll remove this and let's see what door this opens. And just pull this up and out it comes. Damn, I really thought there was gonna be screws to remove. And it looks like underneath this air box we have the intake manifold. Alright, I was gonna give up on this crap, but I removed the 10mm bolt from here, and from there I had to pry this up in order to get a little bit more leverage. I got it off the third one back here. This box is still not wanting to come out. I'm probably gonna have to remove that intake manifold to be able to get to that pipe. So, alright, I hella went rogue. So this hose is disconnected. I disconnected all the pigtail connectors for the throttle body, the vacuum line that it has there. I moved everything over there. Just gave myself as much room as possible here. The wire harness is all over here with vacuum lines still attached. I stuck my little camera down there, and hopefully it's just these top bolts that we have to remove to get this manifold off. But we're gonna have an issue with the throttle body because this is not a regular coupler right there for that intake. Maybe it looks like it's clipped in. Let me see, maybe try to figure that out, get that disconnected, because we have to get that disconnected. My plan is just to get it and maybe swing it over upwards. We'll see what happens, but this is a freaking headache, I'm not gonna lie. You can see the alternator right there. I can grab it with my hand so you can see it on top, but I still cannot get my hand in there. I could grab a little boot, but good luck grabbing the tool in there and reaching that pigtail. So it's just gonna have to come off. Alright, I loosened up all the bolts, and it looks like the intake manifold is loose. Sweet. So now we still have the hose attached to the throttle body that is preventing us from removing it from here. We have all this stuff also in the way that we have to try to remove over. But other than that, it is loose and it is coming out. And just try to figure out this coupler here. Alright, I got two bolts off the throttle body using this small little adapter with a Torx 25. Torx 25 on this one as well. I was able to get it all underneath from here. This one I was not able to reach, so that's why I have that one. I'm gonna lift up the car and hopefully I can grab the last two. I was using these needle nose pliers as well to kind of help me guide that bit into place. So fun stuff we're getting at. And that Torx right here to remove that vacuum line. I didn't mention that. So this last one is hella tough to get to, but you should be able to get it with that small little ratchet. This is for the 25 Torx. I really recommend something like this. It's the only one that's able to get it done, to be honest. Oh my goodness, finally got that stupid bolt off. Let's see if this manifold comes off now. Oh yeah, it looks like it will. And this thing has a bunch of things attached to it, so just be careful with it and unplug that sensor and unplug whatever needs to be unplugged to release this manifold. Alright, and I got the manifold off. There's a little vacuum line in the back. Fudge. Here's the vacuum line. This little sensor has a little lock right here. You just have to press it in with a flathead and it releases out. Here's that plastic pipe that I need to replace. Oh, it looks like it's all one housing here. That's fun. Here's our alternator. Alright, and I removed the throttle body out of the way just to give us a little bit more room here. An alternator here. Wow. Still like no room to get to it. I love it. We removed all this mess and we still can't get to it. Let's get this freaking nut off. This is going to be a size 12 and we'll break that loose and get it out of there. Alright, we got that there off. We'll get the cable off and we have the pigtail connector here. Flip this around. It has a little lock on there. Sweet, and there it is. Oh, let's get this sucker out. And there we have it. Nice. Now I'm gonna see if I could try to transfer this over. Hopefully this will work. If not, a little crazy glue. I think I'm going to stop there because I wasn't even going to finish this damn video, to be honest with you. But we're here. What I would do is clean up this intake ports, and for the meantime have them covered up with a rag, just like so, so nothing falls up in there. I like to do a rag a port, but you get my idea. I'm gonna have to replace this, so yeah, be careful when you do this. It is a bitch. Good luck. I suggest pay someone. This has legit taken me all freaking day. I started around 10 o'clock, I would say. I'm only 50% done. Not even, because of that stupid shit now. I'm like 40% done now. Instead of 50. Oh. 30% done. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and good luck. Nope, and it's not repairable. I don't want to use these old bushings or this chip, just in case this is damaged as well. So I already contacted AutoZone and they're going to send me a replacement one. The problem with this is that it is special order, so I won't get this alternator till tomorrow. Awesome. Well, I got some other shit I gotta figure out. Thanks for watching.